Hey, so today I'm going to be taking a quick look at a game called Funklift. This is a local multiplayer arcade game, so let's go ahead and get started. You will need more than one person to play this game effectively. I don't have anyone to play with, so I'm just going to be playing alone. I'm just going to show you the mechanics and how the game plays out. But basically you're driving around a bunch of forklifts, and you're picking up various items. So I'm this forklift with a hat on it, so I could pick up this radio, and I can go over here, climb up this ramp, and bring it over here, and then drop it. And then when that opens, the item will fall down, and I'll score points. So in an actual game, you'll have multiple people who are all picking up items and racing to deposit their items in the chute, and that is how you score points, and at the end of 3.5 minutes, whoever has the most points wins. The game has a pretty nice soundtrack as well. You can also press A to jump, so I can jump up here. Or I think I can. Maybe I need to get some speed first. Hold on. There we go. And the items that have a little sparkly effect on them, little particle effects like around them, they give you bonus points, and I almost slid down the chute. If you slide down the hole, you will you'll respawn, but you'll waste some time. So it's not good to drop down there, but I'll go ahead and just show you what happens. Yeah, so I just died and I respawned over here. I'm not sure, but I think in an actual game you might be able to push each other into the chute, which might be a kind of a funny tactic. So this is just really a great little party game to play with friends. And let's go ahead and check out a different level. Main menu, play. Alright, let's start to lift a lot. And play. Alright, it seems like the hole's in the center. How would I... Can I actually jump all the way up there? Oh, I can. Wow, you can jump really high. Oops. And I just kind of glitched out there. I flipped myself in the air. But you have to get your little forks underneath an item and lift it all the way up. And whenever it changes color, that means you'll score points with that item. As you saw earlier, I knocked one of the, I guess, TVs into the chute, but I didn't score points for it. So you actually have to lift it up yourself. You can't just knock in. You can't just like push the items into the hole. And there we go. And as the time goes on, more and more items will spawn, and there'll be different bonus items. Like the TVs right now are the bonus items. So if I go and collect the TVs over here, I'll get bonus points. Although it might be kind of hard to get up there. So I'm just gonna go through some of the other levels just to see if there's any difference. I know one level, I think it's, yeah, this one. This one has stacks of items, so you can actually lift up entire stacks and score a huge amount of points. I'll show you. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 TVs. And that just scored me a ton of points, 1,500 points. Sweet. So I can go over here and pick up these stacks. And the chute closed. And yeah, you pretty much get the idea of what's going on here. You're pretty much just going around, picking up items, putting them in the chute, and scoring points. And that's what you basically do until the time limit runs out. When the time limit runs out, whoever has the most points wins, if you're playing with other people. If you're playing alone, you're not really doing much of anything. You're kind of just competing against yourself, maybe trying to beat your last score. But it's a pretty simple game. Not a whole lot to it. It's kind of funny that you're driving around forklifts. It's pretty rare to see forklifts in a game. Woo! I guess it fits the name, Funklift. Funky music. on like disco-like stages that look really nice, very neon colored, and you're lifting items and putting them in a chute. So there's not a whole lot else to say about this game. I mean, there's a bunch of different levels. Funk the police. Don't drop the bass. Let's try this one. It would definitely be a kind of a comical game to play with multiple friends. I'm sure 4-player, like local multiplayer, would be a lot of fun. But right now I don't have anyone over, so that's not an option. And I don't know, I kind of feel like this game would get kind of boring quickly. After like the first 1 or 2 games, the like comic relief will kind of wear off, and you're pretty much just doing the same repetitive tasks. You're just going around, picking up boxes, and putting them in the chute. So there's not a whole lot to this game. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's just, there's not too much to do. And you're really just picking up blocks and bringing them to the hole over and over again, as fast as you can, trying to score as many points as possible. That was weird. I accidentally picked up the top 2. I guess my forklift wasn't all the way down. The controls are good though, especially with the controller. It's actually pretty easy to navigate. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else like to really show unless you wanted to see the other maps. I mean, there's a lot of maps, which is good. There's probably like, I don't know, like 10 or so maps, maybe less. But yeah, pretty good game. Definitely need more than one person to play it effectively, and it's just a simple little arcade game. You probably play it for like 10 minutes and then be done with it. But it's fun, competitive, and has a nice soundtrack. So if you like this video, be sure to check out this game on Steam. I'll leave a link to the store page in the description below, and have a nice day.